Hey, what's happening, everybody? Elgin Walker here, EXP Realty from the Elgin Plow Walker team. Just a quick conversation I want to have with some of you agents, some of my agent friends and agents that are looking. See, I'm pretty casual, kicking it here in the living room, dining room area at the house as we've been working. But I just wanted to talk to a couple of agents here, and one is that as the market has changed now, and we're getting back to what most of us would call a much more normal real estate market. It's time for you as a realtor, in my opinion, to also look for the future of your business. That we're slowing down a little bit so you can take your breath in between transactions and in between to kind of grind it out, looking for buyers and sellers right now, just because of the state of the market. And what I would ask you to look at where you're at right now with your brokerage, and odds are maybe with a more traditional brokerage, with a traditional model, or maybe you might be at a model like a Keller Williams, which was much more bold and progressive at one time, and actually really look at how your business is. If you've been in business for a little while, where are you at 5 years from today, 5 years ago? How does your business look compared to then? And it may look a whole lot better, which is great. It may be stagnant. It may not look as good. But then look forward, though. What do you want the next 5 years to look like? What is the next 5 years of your business going to look like, or do you want it to look like? How is it being run? How are you helping your customers and your consumers? How are you building something for your family as far as your business goes? See, these are the kind of questions that we asked ourselves, my wife and I, before we made the decision to come to EXP. See, we could have continued on where we were at previously, and our lives were great. Our lives were great. The thing was that when we took a look back at where we had gone, and it had been longer than 5 years, we were consistent. We were helping families. We were helping buyers. We were helping sellers. We were helping people obtain wealth. We were helping them with their legacies. We were doing all those things. But realistically, we were in the same place, stagnant, with our own actual business. And the options of how we could change that were not necessarily options that we wanted to do. So real quick, where we're at with EXP Realty, as you guys may or may not know, $85 a month. $85 a month is all it costs to operate from EXP. $85 a month, and if $85 a month is not affordable for you, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying that your career choice with real estate, you may want to relook at. And now you may say, oh, well, I'm at this other brokerage and they're not charging me anything monthly. But trust me, if you're doing any type of business, you're paying. You're paying on your splits. You're paying for stuff. For $85 a month with EXP, you can operate with your CRM at a high level and obtain really good clients and business just from you. You can turn your CRM business into a business that actually nurtures, produces for you, and that's included in your $85 a month. I know people say you don't have offices, but we actually do. We actually have virtual offices. And you say, well, what's the big deal about a virtual office? I can't get up and physically walk into it. Well, when you physically get up and walk into the offices that you have now, what do you really do there? I mean, I physically got up and went and walked into offices for over 30 years. What do you really do there? You now can go into a virtual office, and there are, 83,000 of us. Now, not all 83,000 are in the virtual arena at the same time, but you can be in it. You can be in your virtual office, actually virtually. You can have clients come in. You can have other agents come in. You can have training. You can virtually go to the broker's office and get answers right then. You can virtually go into the accounting department. If you can virtually go to any of that stuff, in addition to that, you virtually can go into trainings. And you don't have to get in, have to travel for it. It's not costing you money. It's like you get up, you get on your computer, you get on your phone, whatever. You go into these virtually, which is the way the world is going. You can do that. Now, you can still rent an office if you like. If you want an office and because you physically have to have one, rent your own. From the money that you're actually going to be saving, from the production that you're going to be doing, from where you're probably going to be going, it's going to probably cost you less to just rent your own personal office if you feel you need somewhere to go. Or an even better choice in a lot of cases is you go to the Regis buildings. The Regis buildings, which is a co-op office building unit across the country, we have access to. We have access to where you can go in and use their business lounge, use their internet. They have conference rooms. And guess what? All of that stuff is included in the $85 a month. So you can actually go to an office if you feel you need that environment and work from it, and it not cost you additional monies. Now, you have the option of being able to rent an office there at a discount. So those are options that are available to you as well. Obviously, between the other things that the company has to offer, particularly for us, the stock investments. The stock investments in our publicly traded company gives us ownership. It gives us equity ownership in the company, and we all have vested interests in the company succeeding. Now, I do not have to recruit. I do not have to bring anybody into the business. I don't have to do any of that to achieve the stock options or actual shares of stock, to receive the opportunity to have stock provided to me by the company based upon the things that I'm doing as the company guidelines. Don't have to do any of that. I will tell you this, though. There were only, 6,000, 7,000 agents, whatever it was, when we came over to EXP 4 years ago. As I'm making this recording right now, there's over 83,000 agents. This is a movement. If you're active, if you're busy, if you're working, there are going to be other agents in your marketplace or areas that are going to want to be a part of what you're doing because they're seeing it grow. You don't have to go out there and actively, quote unquote, recruit, and you do not need hundreds or thousands of people in your downline and all that type of stuff. What if what if you had one person a year that saw what you were doing and liked it and decided to join, and they were a producing agent, or one a month? What if you got to the point to just where your car payment was paid out of your revenue share every month, your mortgage or your rent? I mean, I'm not talking about you making $100,000, $200,000 a month, which there are more than a few people that are doing that. But what if you're able to get $500, $1,000, I don't know, $250? What if you had passive income, mailbox money coming in from that as well? That has nothing to do with your real estate sales, which has nothing to do with your stocks. What if just because you were helping families, and every time that you closed the transaction and helping a family, that there was stock given to you or stock that you put on a repurchase program, and you did that and the stock is at $15 and you keep doing that and all of a sudden the stock's at $50? That's what we're talking about. So I'm talking about now as a realtor, take a look at your business. Take a look at where it's been, where it's at, and where you want it to go. I don't care about all the other stuff. You can operate your business with less expenses. You can get much higher and better quality technology to help you with your business. You get a higher split with a cap if you're productive. Your E&O insurance is very small. E&O insurance, $500. Some of you are paying $500 a transaction. I'm just saying, if you do X amount of transactions a year, and if you're paying $100 a transaction, or $90 a transaction, $250 a transaction, and let's say you do 20 transactions in a year, how much money have you spent just in fees to go to errors and admissions insurance? See, little things like that add up. You want to net more. So anyway, if you ever have any questions, you want to know more about EXP, some specific things, after 4 years right now, I think I'm in a position to be able to explain some of those things to you, to show you the benefit. You make a decision on whether or not the benefits are there for you. But what you do need to do, in my opinion, is look at the business model and then make a decision one way or another. Have a blessed day, a blessed opportunity. Please hit subscribe here on our channel, as we're trying to provide content that's helping agents and content that are helping our clients. Have a blessed day now. Take care.